Thank you very much, Mr. President, Commissioner, colleagues. First of all, I'd like to thank all colleagues for cooperating so well with me in preparing this report. The Commission has finally launched a common framework for research and development for the period 2014-2020. We've had a number of opportunities to discuss this with you, Commissioner, as well. And as I see it, what we have is an opportunity to strengthen research and development in the European Union and existing frameworks for it. But as I've often said, a shared framework of research and development isn't just the sum of its parts, because we'll too often come up against that there's more to the whole than its different components. No, we can't just tacking on the innovation and competitiveness to the research program and so on and so forth. We don't have an overarching strategy, and we can only have such an overarching strategy if we have a clear set of objectives. That's why, from the very outset, I sought to define the main objectives in this field. I think available resources should be harnessed for three main purposes. First of all, strengthening capacity. European researchers are a very valuable research. Now we need to ensure that they have decent infrastructures, and that must be a priority for investment. Our second objective is the potential for cooperation that we have in the field of research. This is one of the areas where we have proved most successful. We shouldn't allow crucial issues such as social sciences and the like be sidelines, because without these we don't have any innovation, because we won't know about the societies to which we're addressing our innovation, so we can't overlook them. And thirdly, there's harnessing research and development for the common good. Now, it's only on the basis of clear objectives that we can have a shared framework that will be valuable to everyone, so that we have R&D playing a fundamental role in helping us get out of the financial and economic crisis. That's why I looked at structural funds and European funds. We need to see convergence on this front. We need to ensure that there are decent working conditions for European researchers. We must see to it that R&D is simplified. I was a researcher myself for 10 years. They can't become the guinea pigs of bureaucrats and red tape. And we should just focus on excellent, but the path to excellent. Now, competition can't just be that is a system where the winner takes all. In competition, we must ensure that there's a level playing field. In other words, we want healthy competition, convergence and cohesion, so Europe can be an area of excellence. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Madam President, Commissioner. I'd like to thank colleagues' kind comments. I think the debate was valuable and interesting, and I'd also like to say that I'd thank Mr. Royal for drawing attention to the fact that this isn't something that exists in isolation. It's part of a broader raft of issues that are based on a common approach, the Audi report, the Cavalli reports and others. A number of parliamentary reports that head in the right direction. This merely has a slightly different spin on it. I think we have to take account of what's been said in debate, but the Parliament essentially is driving at the same thing, and I hope that the Commission will take note of the House's recommendation. RD and I are important. This is the third largest area of EU budget expenditure. It's fundamental for job creation, particularly quality jobs. That underscore that. We've got to get rid of the precarious nature of posts for researchers throughout Europe, particularly the situation of young researchers. And there's a further point is SMEs. I can't work through all these points in detail, but I wanted to focus on the main ones. Now, my original proposal was to create an investment plan for SMEs. They account for 80 to 90% of the European industrial and business framework. We need to pay attention to them, and I sincerely hope that public funds, which is what we're talking about, can flow to them. They should go to research centers, to universities, but to other partners. Big companies more or less do all right, but SMEs sometimes get overlooked, and that's one of the mistakes we need to address in the next programming period. And I very much welcome the fact that the budget has been boosted in this field. Thank you very much indeed.